Hey, everybody. Let's talk about this. This is Mark Zuckerberg being grilled by Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, who I admire, today.
How far I can push this in the next year. Under your policy, using census data as well, could I pay to target predominantly Black zip codes and advertise them the incorrect election date?
No, Congresswoman, you couldn't. We have, even for these policies around the newsworthiness of content that politicians say, and the general principle that I believe that.
But you said you're not going to fact check my ads.
We have, if anyone, including a politician, is saying things that that is calling for violence or could risk imminent physical harm or voter or census suppression when we roll out the census suppression policy, we will take that content down.
So you will, there is some threshold where you will fact check political advertisements. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, Congresswoman, yes, and for specific things like that, where there's imminent risk of harm.
Could I run ads targeting Republicans in primaries saying that they voted for the Green New Deal?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Would I be able to run advertisements on Facebook targeting Republicans in primaries saying that they voted for the Green New Deal? I mean, if you're not fact checking political advertisements, I'm just trying to understand the bounds here. What's fair?
Now, see, this is what bothers me about the exchange and the hearing as a whole. If it isn't a congressperson like another gentleman asking Mark, are you capitalist or socialist? It's Representative Ocasio-Cortez trying to throw a trick question at him. Now, you know, and I know this.
Congresswoman, I don't know.
Checking political advertisements, I'm just trying to understand the bounds here. What's fair game?
Congresswoman,
For the Green New Deal. I mean, getting Republicans in primaries saying that they voted for the Green New Deal.
Okay.
I mean, if you're not.
So here's the thing. You know, and I know, that Republicans in primaries more than likely didn't vote for the Green New Deal. Instead of her saying, Mr. Zuckerberg, can I write an ad that I know is factually incorrect, saying that Republicans ran the Green New Deal? But she didn't couch it that way. She was trying to trick him up. And so at that point, I got I have to admit, a little sad, because it wasn't just there. It was a number of occasions where people were just simply either making flippant comments about Mark and capitalism and socialism, which had nothing to do with Facebook, really, or it was someone like Ocasio-Cortez trying to, in her mind, prove that she thinks she's smarter than he is. There's a lot of people like that running around, by asking him a trick question to try to catch him. So, and the other thing that really, really bothered me about this hearing is it's supposed to be about Libra. It's supposed to be about the currency that he wants to create. But if he has to undergo that grilling, then why didn't venture capitalist Tim Draper have to appear before Congress and explain why he wanted to invest in a certain currency? Or why didn't my friend Brian Campbell, who created Coinbase, have to go before Congress and talk about Bitcoin and Coinbase and what an online coin bank was supposed to do? I mean, at the end of the day, this comes down to picking on Mark Zuckerberg rather than really understanding tech. And society is not the better for it. Like, a lot of people don't understand why Facebook is popular. Facebook is popular because of the way it was designed. I remember in the early days of TechCrunch and the Crunchies, which is the Tech Startup Award that Michael Arrington created, Mark was just cleaning up one category of award called the best time waster. And what is that? It just simply means, hey, which of these platforms, I think Flickr was a candidate for an award and others, which of these platforms is the one that you spend the most time on, so much so that you forget the work that you've got to do, right? Facebook won that, I think, 3 or 4 years in a row. It was silly. But it underscored one fact. People liked using Facebook. They liked being on it. And in this day and age, it's become kind of a habit, almost a disease, in a cool way. So the question should be, how come no media organization has tried to build its own Facebook? Of course, that would be an incorrect statement because a number of people have their own little mini Facebooks. I have one on oaklandnewsnow.com. Okay? It's hard to get that traction going. But my point is that we're not learning about a key sector of our society that's arguably causing this division between haves and have-nots in a number of different ways. Not just income, but also job knowledge, the kind of knowledge it takes to get a tech job that pays well, right? So this hearing didn't do anything except prove that there are people who don't like Mark Zuckerberg because of what he created, because he became extremely popular and made him very wealthy. And that's not good. That's not good.